The desert is one of the most extreme places on Earth. Yet in the middle of the scorching heat and endless emptiness, several discoveries have left the world in shock. From a mysterious metal monolith that appeared out of nowhere to giant, strange patterns carved into the ground, to fossilized remains of whales with legs. These are some of the strangest discoveries ever found in the desert, mysteries that once left scientists searching for answers. In 2020, the internet was shaken by the discovery of a mysterious metal monolith in the Utah desert. The object was first spotted by wildlife officers who were counting sheep from a helicopter. In the middle of a remote canyon of red rock, a tall metal pillar stood firmly in the ground, nearly 3 meters high, its surface shining like polished steel. It looked less like something from Earth and more like a prop from a science fiction film. What made the discovery even more puzzling was its location. The area was extremely difficult to reach, yet the monolith had been installed perfectly, fixed deep into solid rock with no sign of vehicles, tools, or construction nearby. As photos spread across the world, theories quickly followed. Some believed it was proof of alien activity. Others suspected a secret government project, but just as suddenly as it appeared, the monolith disappeared. Later, it was revealed to be a guerrilla art installation created by a group called the Most Famous Artist. Even so, one question remains unanswered. How did they manage to transport and install such a structure in such a remote place without anyone noticing? In the desert plains of Namibia, there is another phenomenon that has puzzled scientists for decades. Across the dry grasslands lie millions of perfectly shaped circles of bare soil. These formations are known as the fairy circles. The circles stretch for thousands of kilometers, each measuring between 2 and 15 meters in diameter. From above, they form an almost perfect hexagonal pattern, repeating again and again like a giant honeycomb drawn across the land. None of the circles overlap, and strangely, no plants grow inside them, even though the grass around them grows normally. For years, researchers struggled to explain what caused this pattern. Local legends say the circles are footprints of the gods, or the poisonous breath of a dragon beneath the earth. Modern theories suggest they may be caused by plants competing for water, or by termite activity underground. But the precision of the pattern, repeated perfectly across such a vast area, remains one of the most mysterious sights on Earth. In the Atacama Desert in Chile, researchers once discovered a skeleton unlike anything they had seen before. The remains were only about 15 centimeters long, with an elongated skull and just 10 pairs of ribs, fewer than a normal human. When photos of the skeleton spread online, many people believed it was proof of extraterrestrial life. The tiny figure, later nicknamed Ada, was found wrapped in cloth, with teeth that appeared unusually well developed for its size. Years later, DNA analysis revealed the truth. The skeleton was human. But the mystery did not end there. Scientists found that the bones showed signs of severe genetic mutations, so extreme that it was difficult to understand how the child could have survived at all. Even more puzzling, the bone density suggested an age similar to that of a 6-year-old child, despite the body's tiny size. To this day, the discovery remains one of the strangest cases in the history of archaeology. In the remote outback of South Australia, another unbelievable sight was discovered in 1998. A pilot flying over the desert noticed a gigantic carving of a human figure etched into the ground. The figure stretched for more than 3 kilometers, making it one of the largest geoglyphs ever created. Known as the Marie Man, the image appears to show an Aboriginal hunter holding a spear. The lines forming the figure are about 30 centimeters deep, with proportions so accurate that the image can only be seen clearly from high in the air. What makes the mystery even more disturbing is that no one knows who made it or how it was created. When it was first discovered, there were no footprints, no tire tracks, and no signs of equipment anywhere nearby. Even today, the creator of the Marie Man remains unknown. In the middle of the Sahara Desert in Egypt, researchers found something that seemed impossible. In a place known for endless sand and extreme dryness, they discovered hundreds of fossilized skeletons of giant whales. The site is called Wadi al-Hitan, or the Valley of the Whales. It contains some of the best preserved fossils of ancient whales ever found, including Basilosaurus, an early species that lived millions of years ago. What makes these fossils extraordinary is that some of the whales still had small hind legs, complete with toes. This discovery revealed that millions of years ago, the Sahara was not a desert at all, but part of a vast ocean known as the Tethys Sea. The remains preserved in the sand show one of the most important stages of evolution, the transition of whales from land to sea. Another strange sight can be found in the Egyptian desert near the Red Sea. From the air, the ground forms a giant spiral pattern that looks like a gateway to another world. This massive land installation is known as Desert Breath. The structure covers more than 92,000 square meters. It consists of 2 interlocking spirals, one made of raised sand cones and the other formed by cone-shaped holes carved into the ground. At the center once stood a large pool of water, which is now evaporated, leaving behind a layer of shining salt. What makes this creation so unbelievable is its mathematical precision. Despite strong desert winds that normally erase sand formations in months, the shape has remained visible since it was built in 1997 by 3 Greek artists. To complete the project, they had to move nearly 8,000 cubic meters of sand in the middle of an empty, lifeless desert. In the Aral-Kum Desert of Uzbekistan, there is a scene that feels almost unreal. Rows of rusted fishing ships stand silently in the middle of a sea of sand. The vessels sit upright, as if they had fallen from the sky, far away from any water. But this place was once the Aral Sea, the 4th largest lake in the world, and one of the most productive fishing regions on Earth. During the Soviet era, massive irrigation projects diverted the rivers that fed the lake. Without water, the Aral Sea shrank rapidly, leaving behind a toxic desert filled with salt and chemicals. The ships did not sink. They were simply left behind as the water disappeared, turning the former seabed into dry land. These are some of the most mysterious discoveries ever found in the desert, places where nature, history, and human actions collide in ways that are often difficult to explain. And somewhere out there, beneath the endless sand, there may still be secrets waiting to be found.